Have you ever read something and felt like you were just skimming the surface? Well, today we're going to dive into a skill that takes you from knowing what a text says to really truly understanding what it means. Let's get right into it.
Okay, this slide really gets to the heart of it all. On one side, you've got summary. That's just the what, The story is about a boy who rescues a dog. Simple. But on the other side, we have synthesis, and that's the so what. It's all about combining different ideas to create a whole new understanding, to find that hidden meaning. I want you to think of yourself as a detective for a second. You're not just listing off clues one by one, right? No, you're piecing them together to solve the whole case. That's exactly what synthesis is. It's taking those individual facts and seeing how they connect to show you a bigger truth, one that you totally would have missed at first glance.
Now, I know that might sound a little abstract, so let's make it real. Let's see what synthesis looks like in action with a couple of quick stories.
So first up, meet Anna. We learn that she did something brave for her brother, even though she was pretty scared to do it. Okay, that's our first clue about who she is.
And then we get a second clue. Just a few days later, she helps out a totally new student she doesn't even know. Just another simple event, right? On its own, it's just a nice thing to do. But this is where we put on our detective hats. If you take those two separate moments and connect them, what new understanding do you get? What do these events, when you put them together, really show us about who Anna is as a person? And boom, there it is. By combining these two little moments, we get a much richer, deeper picture of Anna. She's not just someone who had one brave moment. She is a consistently courageous and kind person. That is the power of synthesis. It takes us from just describing actions to actually understanding someone's character. Let's try another one. This is Jordan. He is totally overwhelmed by his science project. He's at the point where he's just ready to give up, but then he does something really important. He asks for help. And that one single action completely changes his path and leads him to success. So let's do it again. Let's connect the dots. We've got a problem, we've got an action, and we have a result. What's the big lesson here? What's the universal idea we can pull out from the specific parts of Jordan's story? You see, the lesson here isn't just about science fairs. It's a universal truth. It's that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a key to overcoming challenges. By connecting the dots of Jordan's journey, we've uncovered a really powerful life lesson. Okay, so we've seen how synthesis helps us understand stories and characters. But what if we apply this exact same skill to something way bigger, like how we understand the world and our place in it? Let's zoom out and explore how synthesis is so much more than just a skill for class.
Take a look at this number, 66. Might seem totally random, but it actually represents a massive, incredible act of synthesis. This is the number of books in the Bible, a collection of writings from dozens of authors stretching across thousands of years. I mean, just think about that for a second. 66 different books with different authors, different styles, different historical settings. On their own, they tell their own individual stories. But when you read them all together, many believe they synthesize into one single overarching narrative about God's relationship with humanity. And what's really amazing is that this very idea of looking at the whole picture is actually baked right into the collection itself. This verse from Ecclesiastes is basically saying that wisdom doesn't come from just one piece of evidence, but from hearing all of it, and then drawing a conclusion. That is the heart of synthesis. This idea is captured so perfectly in this short poem. Don't stop with one verse, don't settle for one fact. Collect the moments, read the pattern, let the truth complete the picture. It's just a beautiful reminder that the real truth is found in the connections, not just in the individual pieces. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? Whether we're trying to understand a friend's character or interpret scripture, if we only look at isolated moments, we're only ever going to get a partial view. Synthesis is the tool that lets us step back, see that bigger picture, and find the deeper meaning in it all. So why does this matter so much? What's the big deal? What's the real-world application of thinking this way? Well, let's take a look at the philosophy that's actually driving this entire approach to learning. At the very core of all of this is a powerful, and I think profound belief, that education without morality is actually dangerous. The ability to synthesize, it isn't just an academic exercise. It's about developing the wisdom to connect knowledge to a moral framework, and then use it for good. You see, at the end of the day, the goal isn't just to be smart, it's to be wise. And as this verse from Romans suggests, a mind that can see the bigger picture, a mind that can connect knowledge to a deeper purpose, is a mind that finds life and peace. And that's really the promise of moving from just summary to true synthesis.
And that really leaves us with one final crucial question to think about. What is the point of being smart, of being able to summarize any text you read, if we just continue to make choices that hurt ourselves and hurt the people around us? Synthesis is that bridge, the bridge from just knowing things to truly understanding them, and hopefully to living more wisely because of it.